Yes. Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to the Hotspur Cave. I hope you're all well. Hope you're all doing good, man. Happy Friday. You know what I'm saying? International football's finally over. Finally. You know, the world of Tottenham continues to go at war with each other. Hotspur hippie still a fucking weirdo. What else is there? Yeah, life is just life right now, man. So look, if you're new here, like, subscribe, all of that good stuff. Please, people, it helps the channel out. It really helps the channel out. It helps the channel grow. Yeah, come on. We're trying to get to 600 subs. You lot are moving very stingy. I don't know what it is. Whenever you ask people to do something, they don't do it. You know, the ratios, I've been keeping an eye on the ratios and whatnot. They ain't been ratioing. They have not been ratioing, man. So yeah, people, if you could just subscribe to the channel, it literally takes 2 seconds. It takes 2 seconds. And smash a like as well. I'm not sure who's going to be joining us for this one. I'll be honest, that's why I put the link in the chat. If anyone does want to join, the link is there. We're just going to chill, can talk about football, talk about whatever the chat wants to talk about today. Do you know what I'm saying? We can talk about whatever the chat wants to talk about. But yeah, man, you know what? I'm so glad the international break is done. Genuinely, like genuinely speaking, I'm so glad that the international break is over. Like, so glad, bro. Because you know what? Without football, life is really depressing. Like, life is genuinely so shit without football. And that might seem a bit like over the top. Like, Jay, what are you talking about? Are you depressed about not watching football? But man, I'm telling you, bro. I'm telling you, life is so shit without footy, man. And obviously, because I'm not actually an England fan, like, yeah, I like England. Don't get it twisted. Sorry, guys, one second. I like England. Obviously, I grew up here. I spent a large amount of my life in England, of course. So there'll always be that love for England, innit? But I don't care if England win anything or not, because it's just not my nation, innit? Obviously, Antigua's national team are very shit. They're very shit. I'm pretty sure we lost to like Guadeloupe or some shit country like that. Yeah, so Antigua's their national team not very good. And Jamaica, well, we all heard what Leon Bailey said about Jamaica's national team. Do you know what I'm saying? So yeah, Jamaica and Antigua. I'm from Antigua, innit? So yeah, man, I'm from Antigua, a small little island in the Caribbean. It's next to St. Lucia, St. Kitts as well. It's got about 100,000 people on the island. So yeah, cricket is our main sport. Do you know what I'm saying? It's crazy, man. Man said losing to yeah, man, we're losing to Guadeloupe and them, man. You know what I'm saying? Big up Hotspur Hood. Long time no see, brother. I hope you're good, man. If you want to jump up and talk as well, I want to talk a bit about Romero as well. I'm going to talk a little bit about Romero in a hot sec. I'm just trying to roll my zoot, but it's not rolling. You know what I mean? Spliff's not spliffing right now. But yeah, man, big up, man. Make sure you guys go and show some love to the Hotspur Hood as well, man. The Tottenham community, I feel like, yeah, and this is actually this is something that, chat, tell me if I'm wrong for saying this, but I feel like everyone who's Ange out is way kinder towards people than the people that are Ange in. Now, I saw a tweet this morning. Yeah. No worries, Dan. Take your time, bro. You're all good, man. I'm going to be going for like an hour and a bit anyway, so you're all right, man. I saw a tweet this morning, yeah, and it basically said that Ange Postecoglou's future is is up in the air right now with the Tottenham board and whatnot. And the amount of fans in the chat that are going crazy, like the comments underneath that tweet are absolutely insane. People saying jump off a bridge. You don't know what you're talking about. How could you sack our greatest manager of all time? He won manager of the month 3 months in a row. Like, all of that. I'm just like, bruh, maybe we actually have to sit down. Maybe we got to sit down and break it down. One sec. This fucking cat is pissing me off. Get out. Thank you. Stupid cat. Anyways, I'm feeling like we might have to actually go through some of the at some point we're gonna have to go through some of the ridiculous tweets that I've seen. Like I saw someone tell me that Romero is our most irreplaceable player. Are you crazy? Irreplaceable. And then you know what they did? They got a clip of him playing against Brazil in that Argentina game, yeah, and tried to use that as a leg to stand on. They tried to use that as a leg to stand on. So he's played shit for us all season. But the reason why we should keep him is because he played one good game for his country. Ignore what he's done, even though he's been out for time. Ignore what he was doing before that. Yeah, ignore everything else. Because he plays good for Argentina, we got to keep him. He's irreplaceable. Irreplaceable. Talks about Bentancur signing a new contract. Why? 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 And if we're going to move Sonny on in the summer, why don't we move Romero as well? Why don't we move them as well? I don't know, man. I don't know, man. It feels stupid. Chat. It's very stupid. But we got my boy George Diaries in the building. Chill stream. We say, bro.
Wait, am I shit on? Can you hear me properly? Yeah.
Yeah.
Nah, do you know what it is? I see chill stream. I see Jay's live. He's on his one. I was like, nah. They can't be doing my boy Jay like this. I'm gonna have to jump in. And also, Hooks, my stream of Hooks got cancelled. So I was like, hey, do you know what? I got time. Let me jump in with the boy. A chill stream.
I was about to say, I saw the notification that you man was doing the Premier League prediction thing. So I was like, okay.
Yeah. I think we're gonna delay it. We'll do it. We're gonna do it sometime, but it's just gonna be delayed at the moment.
Big up my brother Archie, man. Big up Archie, bro. I hope you're well, my family. Hope you're good, man. Big up Ghost as well. Yeah, man. We was just talking. I say we was just talking. I was just talking about how happy I am that the international football's over. Because, bro, like, I'm from the Caribbean, bro. International football means nothing to me. Like, it means nothing to me.
You know what? On that, did you see? I don't know if it's true in it. I just see it on the Shade Borough post, and there could be a 4-team tournament: Nigeria, Ghana, Jamaica, England. But you know what? Do you know why this is great to see if it does happen? Because I want to see how all the real, these guys that are English fans support your country. We're gonna see how much who you really support. Because I know when that happens, I'm rocking my Jamaica shirt. You get me? And if I see any other Jamaicans rocking the England shirt, they're getting rushed. Yeah, you know how it gets. We're taking it personal. I don't care. That's glory hunting settings. Yeah, that's all I'm saying. Yeah.
Listen, bro. I ordered an Antigua shirt off the internet. 2 weeks ago, bro. It still isn't even out for delivery yet. So it gets like that, man.
I don't even think they've produced that. Yeah, that's what it is. They're still producing it. You know them ones they do per order. Every time they get an order, they've got to start making the shirt. Getting someone to stitch it all together.
Them restaurants where you order a collection, they don't start getting your order ready till you turn up for the collection.
Yeah, one of them ones, man. Do you know what? Come on, bro. We know what Caribbean restaurants are like. You order something, you get there. We don't have that.
We don't have that.
We don't have that. You're there at 10 a.m. asking for cornmeal porridge. We don't have that. What do you mean you don't have a cornmeal porridge at 10 a.m. cuz? It's just, hey, this is what they do.
Porridge, not having porridge at 10 a.m. is criminal. That's out of order, bro. One time I asked them, literally, bro, I said, yo, have you guys got any forks and that? They said, we run out of forks. How you run out of forks? Tell me how a restaurant runs out of forks. That don't even make no sense. But you know what? That's not even the worst thing I've experienced, bro. At the Tottenham Stadium, there was I think it was the NFL game. I was doing a shift at the NFL, innit?
Yeah.
Bro, they ran out of cups. The whole stadium ran out of cups. Every cup in the stadium was dirty, bro. What? I couldn't believe it.
Those cups they put down on as well, and it says the special cups they need because they push it down. And the thing comes through the bottom. Yeah. Man, I used to do stadium work back in the day, man. Back when I was like 17, 18, and I used to work in stadiums.
Back in your heyday.
Back in my day. No, do you know what? Funnily enough, when Spurs were at Wembley throughout that whole time, I used to be working pretty much every Spurs games. I'd be at Wembley working there and that, man. It's a little grind, man. You got to do it sometimes, but that's a nightmare. I can only imagine. And I know what the punters are like. The people there go mental for their beer, bro. You ain't got. What do you mean we ain't got no beer? What do you mean you ain't got no in cups?
Listen, man, that's why you gotta keep them sweet. You know what I'm saying? You gotta keep them sweet. I might just chuck you a pint for half price. You know what I'm saying? I might just.
Yeah, you already know.
You know,
I know
saying?
you know the deals, man. You got
I just chuck
got
you
a
a pack of
pattern.
Sour Patch Kids on the house. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah, couple. You know, you take those couple pints, you help me out, and yeah.
Yeah, you help me out. I help you out, man. You know what I'm saying?
On.
Nah, big up, man. Big up, Mr. George. I don't agree. I was treated.
She's just waffling. She's trying to get on the call-in show last night. I don't think you get. They're not letting people on the call-in show if you're not going to show your face. And I said the same thing, to be fair, about people coming in my call-in show. I don't want people coming on my show, you know, behind the screen, think they can say some madness, and you know, you might have someone else on the show starting. I'm not here for all of that, Donna. Respectfully, you got to show your face. Like, that's just it. We show our face. So if someone's going to call into our show and, you know, try, you know, whether it's objectify, try to say something about my opinion, show your face, innit? Do it with chest.
Yeah, that's facts, man. Even on my channel, on my shows and that, I always want to like have people on that put their cameras on and shit. Do you know what I'm saying? Look at me, bro. I'm ugly as fuck. Look at my hair, bro. Look at my head. Look at my hair, bro. Do you know? Look at
man got them ramen noodles, cuz. Like,
yes, bro. You get me? I've got them super noodles, fam. I've got Indomie hair right now. You get me? It's dark. It's dark, but I'm still on camera. I didn't even want to go live this morning, but I said, you know what? My chat, I love my chat. My chat always make me feel better. So I said, you know what? Fuck it. We'll have a chill stream. You know what I'm saying? We'll have a chill stream and whatnot. Guys, I finished Narcos. I finished it. I've just started a new series called Lost.
Bro,
why did no one tell me about
wait, do you know what? I don't even know how I've watched that like 3 times. I started rewatching it like when it just come back on Netflix, yeah. Serious. The only thing about it, because it's an old school series, there's about 100 episodes, bro. It is long. It is long.
Bro, but we watch anime, bro. We're used to them
yeah, 100. But when they're but this is 24 episodes a season, 1 hour long episodes. But it's cold. Let me say that it's cold. It's cold. Don't get me wrong. There's a point of like it starts to feel like it's dragged, but maybe I've watched it a couple times, so that goes to show you like it's a good series, bro. Madness though. It's a madness. Like from what you think it is at the start to where it actually becomes when you're throughout, like madness. But that'll keep you going for ages. For the next month, you'll be watching that.
Bro, that show is like, I'm trying to think. You see, when I started watching NCIS, yeah, that's what it feels like. Now, bro, I can't get out of bed. Man's hearing my buzzer going off, bro. I'm not getting up. I missed the delivery yesterday. fam. You get me? Also, people, I'm sorry, yeah, I've got to sell this cat. Nah, George, if you know what this guy done to me last night, man broke my toilet seat.
How?
Bro, obviously, big up the Mama Dukes and that. Mama Dukes got, man, some plates and some cutlery for the house and that. You know what I'm saying? Moving to a new place and whatnot. I ain't even finished setting this place up and whatnot. Cool. I've gone, you know when you're bursting to go toilet? So you run through the front door, it's straight in the bathroom. Everything gets put down on... Like, the way my toilet is, it's got like the ledge. Yeah. And then just where my phone would be is the ledge. And then below it's where the toilet seat is and that. I forgot I left the box in there, G. Do you know what I'm saying? So I'm in here playing some Assassin's Creed Odyssey and whatnot. Just playing some Assassin's Creed, chilling. Brother, I hear doom, doom, doom. I go in the bathroom. George, my toilet seat was caved in. Like, as in... The top thing was caved in. It's just
because something big dropped on it.
And the worst part is every plate in the box was broken. Every single plate was broken. I just looked at him like, bro, you're going on Gumtree tonight. I was trying to be fair. I said, you know what? Maybe I can trust you by yourself. Nah.
Kittens are nightmares. I can't even lie. Like my kitten that I had for a while, it was fine for bare long, bare calm. And then they just get to a point where they just want to start doing fuckeries, bro. Like, remember one time I wake up, not even wake up, it was nighttime. I was about to put my daughters to bed. Why did I go to my daughter's bed and there's just a big shit in that bed? Like, and it wasn't because like she was litter trained, everything. She used to do normal, but clearly she just felt like she was feeling herself a bit too much. She thought she was on badness. On spite, bro. She was doing it on spite, 100%. Maybe because I didn't feed her enough or something that day. Even though they're just greedy. You know what cats are like, bro? They always want more food. Like they're never enough food. They just always want more.
That's why they call them females, isn't it? That's what
Bro,
I mean.
you already know. They always want more. I had to see the fact. My head was gone, bro. My head was gone. I was like, nah, bro. As soon as I look at the cat, you know them ones. It's skiddling. Go hiding underneath my bed.
George, bro. You know George has reached unk status, bro.
Oh, facts, man. This year I'm really, really uncle. Like when I get to my age, I'm like, yo, I'm definitely an uncle now, man.
Yeah, man. That's what I'm saying, bro. George is unk status.
I really do have nieces and nephews as well, so I'm definitely an uncle. I really do.
Look who we got. We got the man himself, my brother Dan. How you doing, man?
All the way. Yourself?
Yeah, man. It's been good. Long time no speak, man.
Oh, mate. Yeah, just sort of half waking up still.
Yeah, it's understandable. I think it's the first time I've seen Dan without his hat. I see him on stream the other day without, and I was like, "Is that Dan? That's not Dan." I was sitting there just like, "Is that the same Dan that I've streamed with?" And it's like, "Oh yeah." First time he's not got his hat on. You know, he didn't have the shades on as well. That's what it was.
One of many. Well, you won't get me online on here many times without my glasses on, that's for sure.
He's just a chill guy. You know what I'm saying? Dan's just a chill guy. But now I've got
I have to wear them.
Two of my favorite Spurs YouTubers. I want to ask you guys a question, yeah? How are we feeling about the Romero for, I think it was 55 million? Two questions. Him and Kulusevski, because those are the two players that are linked to move away from the club. Is this a mistake? Are we making a big mistake here? Because I want Romero gone. He can leave before the end of the season on a pre-contractual agreement if he wants. I don't really care. But obviously, I'd like to know what you guys think.
Romero don't want to be here anyway, does he? I mean, it's obvious. He don't look with it on the pitch. He don't look interested. He hasn't lived up to standards consistently. If we can get 50, 60 million for him to sell him.
Just on that, Dan, because I agree. I totally agree that he doesn't really look like his head's all in it. But can we blame him for that? Because we've got to look back to his comments that he made in December where he said that he's wanted to see the club show ambition like the Liverpools and like some of the other teams. And we've just not gone out there and do it. So since he's joined Tottenham, I think it's fair to say that we've not been in a good place. We finished top 4 once. And then apart from that, he's never really been, since his time, he's never really been surrounded by top class players. So it's not like the team's massively underachieved. They've sort of found their level. So do we think that it's fair for Romero? Look, a player, whenever you wear the club's badge, you should be giving it your all for the badge. But do we think it's fair that he is a bit fed up with the club as a whole, not being shown his ambition?
What right has he got to be fed up? How many games has he played for us?
Played over 100, I think, just over.
He's if you go over, he's been injured nearly 50% of every season he's been with us. He can't preach too hard,
but he is a good player though, and he's won World Cup. So naturally, if he's going away first winning things and then coming back, it's going to be a bit sour.
How consistent, apart from his injuries, how consistent is he?
I think last year
we have games where he plays well. And then we'll have 2 games where he's terrible and he'll make a mistake. And then for 2 games, it'll be shockingly good. And then he'll be injured. And then all of a sudden, Argentina are playing and he's fully fit again. Seems to do that one a lot. He's too inconsistent for me. That's why when people say he's a world-class defender, okay, he might have world-class moments, but he's too inconsistent for me. And since he's been at Spurs, yeah, there's been times he's played brilliant. There's been times he's cost us a few games. And there's been a lot of other times where he just looks like he can't be bothered on the pitch. And with the amount of injuries he's had, he can't really preach too hard. But then who would really want to be at Spurs at the moment playing under Ange's tactics? And that's to change it to that.
That's the thing, Dan, isn't it? And I think there's always 2 sides to the story. And the way I look at it personally is I see it both. I see, for me, when I look at Romero, I don't feel like he's ever been a leader or a captain. So when he got given that captain role, I was a bit confused because although his quality you can say he's the best centre back we've got through quality, maybe not availability, but he's never been I mean, when you see Ben Davies on the pitch, you can see Ben Davies ordering players around. You see him. We always have a very solid line, even though he's not fast and he struggles to play the high line. He does the offside trap really well because his communication is just that good. But with Romero, it always seems like he's just sort of in his own head, doing his own things, not really aware of what's going on around him. So, with regards to that, I accept that we probably need a player of a similar quality. I don't think we need someone that's much better than Romero because I think Romero is a good player. I think someone that fills in with those other attributes. So they're a leader, they can be a captain, they can, maintain a consistent level of a 7 out of 10 across a full season and be available for that time.
The one I wanted for about 4 years already got taken. Cheap as well. Milinkovic, Nottingham Forest now.
Oh, we were looking at him a few years ago, weren't we?
I followed him. I followed Serie A, my second league, Inter's my second team. I've watched him at Fiorentina for about 4 years, and I was saying for ages for Spurs to get him. He's better than Romero, in my opinion. He's got more than Romero has to play consistently as a player. I think he's better player than Romero. Personally.
I think he's not good on the ball. That's the problem with him. Is Romero? I'd say the one thing he does have going for him is when you look at him compared to the other Premier League centre backs, is Romero is probably one of the best ball playing centre backs in the league.
Ball playing, yeah, I'll go with that. Ball playing defender,
yeah,
he's good.
That's fair.
But
he's really good.
For the sort of defender I would want on there, I'd have Milinkovic over him all day long. 10 times more consistent, much more captain material, much better in the air. Just as good at tackling, pace, bit slower. I think you get more out of Milinkovic than you would out of.
What do you
Romero.
think of the
it
people
depends how you want to play, doesn't it?
What do you guys think of the people that we have been looking at? Because I know the replacements that I've seen mentioned. Obviously, Mark Gahey, who we put a bid in for in January, which I think was a bit false, but he could be an option with 1 year left in his contract. Jared Branthwaite at Everton. What do you guys think of those potential options to replace?
I think in the league specifically, in this league specifically, I don't really want to go centre unless you're going to go and get me the best, one of the best centre backs in the league. Don't go and get me a Premier League centre back. Personally, I think go abroad. There's the same way we found Van de Ven. If these guys are telling me about this data model, the same way we found Mickey Van de Ven, we can find the centre back better than Romero outside of the Premier League. Now, the only reason I say that is because I just know for a fact if we go for a Premier League centre back who's a team's starting first choice centre back, we're gonna have to pay a stupid fee for it. Like, let's be real, we're gonna have to pay something absolutely stupid, and I'm not trying to do that because then that gives the board an excuse in the summer to say, oh well, we can't overspend. And yeah, I'm not with all of that personally. So for me, Schlotterbeck, I said Schlotterbeck. I wanted Schlotterbeck from before we signed Danso. He is the best suited centre back to this system. But then again, I have to sit here and think, is Ange going to be here past the summer? I don't think he will be, personally.
No, he's gone. Hopefully,
yeah. I mean, I saw a tweet this morning, but again, I don't, bro, I could be a journalist. I could be a football journalist. Because I've seen so many pages, they literally just copy and paste the tweet and put a different picture underneath it and at the person who posted the tweet. So it's like, I don't know how much I trust the sources that have come out and said that the club hierarchy are looking to move him on after the season. But if he does move on, obviously I missed the tier list last night. But George, what was the tier list saying? What was that saying? What did you guys end up for all-time Spurs managers?
Well, I suppose, who do you think was the best manager before any of me and Dan speak? Who do you have Dan as the best manager? S tier. We only had one manager in the S tier.
Does it have to be a manager that I've watched? Yeah, because I'm not going to go and...
It's only Enoch. It was only the last 25 years, so it would have been someone you've watched.
It's only under Enoch.
You would have barely seen him. You would have seen him, but barely.
So what best? The question is best, not most successful.
Just S tier, bro. Just S tier. Who do you think? Whatever, because we didn't have a criteria like that. It was just whatever we all think, and we just put it together. We're gonna have some clips releasing off that. Well,
I'm gonna put, obviously, Poch is S tier. Just you can't not put Poch S tier in it. Like, I feel like that's just being disingenuous if I don't put him S tier. And
But what did he actually do?
There you go. That's why I said, is it most successful or
That's
is it just
what I mean. So what
I'm asking the question: what did he actually
he
complete?
did nothing.
What did he actually
He didn't
win?
win us anything, innit? He just took us to finals.
So this was the conversation what we had, and it's ended up going towards Dan winning his argument and putting it across to the chat, and the chat agreed with him that I mean the most successful manager had to go into the S tier, and the most successful manager, although he had the shortest time at Spurs, was Juan de Ramos because he won a trophy. And
that's what I was.
Everyone looks at things different, yeah. But I do notice a hell of a lot since we've had Ange. A few people change their minds on what football's all about at the end of the day, and like it's about the entertainment and that as well. And the football was good to watch and everything. And you're like, no, there is one reason and one reason only for football and to do sport, and that is to win. Yeah, okay, you do it to enjoy it. I get all that, yeah, but this ain't just about enjoying it. This is like Premier League level. This is professional shit. People don't go and do the Olympics just to run along and be part of it. They go and do it to win gold medals. Players want to play at clubs to win things. Clubs should want to win things. Supporters should want their teams to win things. Not sit there and say, oh, yeah, but I liked his football, so he was a brilliant manager or whatever. I mean, Poch was great. We both know that. He was good. But when it comes to the crunch, he couldn't perform.
Yeah, I agreed with that, to be fair. I think with Poch, his biggest issue is that he overlooked some of those other trophies. He similar to what Arteta's gone through in his time, is he thinks he's better than the FA Cups, the Carling Cups, when I mean, they are what build the foundation to a team that ultimately becomes league winners. You need to win these smaller trophies to instill that winning mentality. So, yeah, no, there's no doubt. I think even though Poch had a great time, you know, and many people, no, I don't think any Spurs fan, no Spurs, I wouldn't have him back, but no Spurs fan speaks badly of Poch's time because let's have it right. That's the best period of Spurs in 30 or 40 years. It's going back to the 70s. So when you've got to look at it, it's like he had a great time, but just didn't achieve enough. And I definitely wouldn't take him back, though. Why would you take him back, Dan? That's what I'm interested to know. What about Poch makes you think that he's going to work coming back to Spurs?
One, he already knows how the club works. He already knows how Levy works. So it's not as though he'd be walking blindly into it like some managers might do. He already knows the coup, basically. Do I think he's a world-class manager? No, Poch ain't no world-class manager. Do I think he's a very good manager? Yes, I think he's a very good coach. I think he's a lot better with the players. And I personally think he'd be able to come here and get it working again as such. Get things ticking properly. I'm not saying he'll come back and win us anything. I'm not saying anyone will be able to come to Spurs and win anything. But I think he'd get significantly better out of the players than what Ange gets out of them. I prefer his style of play. He knows how to defend as well as attack. He wouldn't keep using this inverted wing-back crap that I always keep saying. That is what I can't stand about Ange's style. I'd take Poch back. I think we're now at a point where quite a few people say they'd even just take Ryan Mason for the rest of the season just to get Ange out.
Nah, I'm not on with either of those. As much as I don't like Ange, I'd rather just keep Ange until we have a plan in place because I feel like we just need to make sure when we are going ahead that there's got to be a clear process and clear plan. And one of the biggest issues with Spurs and the direction that we're going in isn't very clear to us fans. And, you know, bringing in a Ryan Mason, bringing in, let's just say, a temporary manager till the end of the season just adds to that confusion.
Does it?
Yeah.
Or could that sort of sort out the rest of our season and win us a Europa Cup? Or can Ange do that himself?
If we were going to bring in another permanent manager, just not a temporary manager. I'm not on. I don't. Clubs. The club itself has had 2 weeks, and I suppose even more than 2 weeks to then plan for what we could do in this Europa League. Could have planned for a new manager. Could have planned to bring someone else in and sort that out. Because let's have it right. Xavi Hernandez is available. I'm just going to keep. Xavi Hernandez is available. We should have, just like we done with Jose, just like we done with Antonio, go and break the bank to bring in a manager because it's just not working. And the biggest problem at Spurs is we just don't have the ambition to go do that. So yeah, we are going to be stuck in this position for a while, but it doesn't look like it's going to get any better when the managers we're looking at, let's have it right, none of them are winners. Yeah, although I think I've said Silva and Iraola are good managers that I'd look at.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think either of those are needle movers. I don't think they're going to take us back to the promised land. They're probably going to be the manager before the manager. They may bring the feel-good factor back for a bit, but they're not going to take us to be a winning side.
Yeah, but they're managers that are still learning on what they're doing and can still adapt, and it's obvious. They're managers that play with the cards they get. When you're at someone like Bournemouth, to an extent, you can only be as good as the team you got as well.
Yeah.
And this team is not a 14th, 15th place team, that's for sure. And you go and get a player like a manager like, we'll just say Iraola or Silva, just for the sake of it.
Mm-hmm.
They sort out their stuff together at Spurs. They get the players working properly, get a decent formation, get the players playing in their right positions to what they're actually meant to do. Any manager can come in and win a cup. Anyone can do it.
Yeah.
Cups you can win over 6 games. But when your football's that bad over 38 games, it shows, doesn't it? Whereas with 6 games, you can win a cup with a good bit of luck, can't you?
Mm-hmm.
But we need a manager that is a good coach. And that is one thing I don't think Ange's either, a good coach. I think we need a manager.
I also don't think Poch is a very good coach, though. I think he was a good coach, but I think he's lost to time, man. Like time moves forward, and
he done good at Chelsea. Look where he got Chelsea. He done all right at Chelsea. He was getting them right up and running. He got everything working, and they got rid of him. Yeah, it was a rough and ragged start, but they just kept going up through the season. He started getting some of the younger players ticking. Poch works well with younger players.
That's a good point. That's where it's very like I feel very.
He's a better coach than Ange. He's a much better coach.
But yeah, I don't disagree with that. I don't disagree with that at all. But I'm a better coach than Ange, to be fair. But Ghost, it's not that people forget that he took us there, but we didn't win the Champions League final. So
exactly.
After a while, it doesn't mean anything to me anymore. It's like, cool, we went there, we lost. Do you know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna sit here and continue to praise a guy for losing, because then I'm an Arsenal fan, and I'm like, I don't want Poch to become our Arteta. Oh well, you know, we got there in the end. We didn't get over the line, but we were nah. So
look at it this way: if me and you sitting in the pub, we're talking like, right, that year, who won the Champions League that year?
When we went to the final?
Yeah, who won the Champions League?
Liverpool.
Oh,
yeah,
right.
Liverpool.
Yeah, and we keep talking. Or do I then turn around and say to you, oh yeah, who came second? No. At the end of the
That's
day,
what I'm saying. Like, in hindsight, we can sit here and say, oh,
we got us to a final.
Was
it was brilliant and everything, but he won nothing at the end of the day.
Yeah.
And what did Poch do at Chelsea? Well, look how Chelsea were when he went there. Look how Chelsea was got their act together by the time he left.
Oh, that's a Chelsea fan. He wanted Poch gone, by the way. He Prime hated Poch. Prime. A lot of Chelsea fans hated Poch, because for me, I feel like football nowadays has become too black and white. And no, it's not a colour thing. Yeah. No, before Sol Campbell comes and says, is it a colour thing? No, it's not a colour thing. I'm just saying, football's become too polarized. It's either you're all the way up here or you're all the way down here. Now, for me, when I look at my managers and the managers that I want to run my football club, yeah, there's a list of things that they need to have, a list of qualities that they need to have, right? Like almost like a checklist. Yeah, Michael, you can. I put the link in the chat. I'm going for about 35 more minutes anyway, so you can feel free to join, my friend. But there's a list of things. So number one, I look at how well they get on with the players, because that is important whether you like it or not. I look at the amount of injuries we sustain under this manager, because I know people like to say it's not down to the injuries and whatever. It's not down to the manager. Listen, bro. If I see something's not working and something's causing damage to my players and I keep on doing it, that's insanity. That's insanity, because I'm doing the same thing, expecting different results. Cool. Third is the mentality that they have, not that they bring, that they have. Bro, Postecoglou looks like a man who's at war with himself. He can't look the interviewers in the eyes. He's always grumbling. Do you know what I mean? So I look at all of these things, and all of these things gel into my final decision on why I want a manager to lead my club. Now I look at Marco Silva. His man management is brilliant. One thing I can say is he doesn't stand on the touchline with his hands in his pockets and just while his team's getting absolutely bent over, he doesn't just stand there and watch it happen, right? He knows how to balance from attack to defense, like I keep on saying. And he can work with young players and players that just aren't very good, like the players that we have in our team now. So for that reason, that's my reasoning for wanting Marco Silva. I think we've got someone else. Yeah, we've got Michael. Big up Michael, man.
Yeah, guys.
Bro.
Long time no see.
Long time no see, man. How you doing, bro?
Yeah, everything cool. Got the job finally. I'm not a jobless piece of shit. So, that's great. I'm stoked. I landed a really nice job. Not necessarily in my field of expertise or however you want to call it, but yeah, I'm happy I will finally get to do something and some money. But yeah, other than that, listen, it's been great. No Spurs for 2 weeks, which means I was happy for 2 weeks, right?
Relaxing, isn't it?
Yeah,
relaxing, man. Is it just me though, or without Tottenham playing? Like sometimes I feel like that I have nothing to be miserable about. Sometimes I genuinely feel like, yo, like, why have I got no one to cuss out today? Like, I can't even. I was going through Instagram. I see Brendan Johnson's post, and I'm like, damn, I can't even call him shit. He's not even playing. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Is that why you just moan about your cats?
Yeah, I've got beef the cats now. I'm beefing a different Kulusevski now. Do you know what I mean? But man, Michael, what's your opinion?
I've got something that could sort your cats out.
Hey, yo, no cat violence. I'm a proud cat owner myself, so
yeah, same. I've got 3 of them, but I've got something that could sort your cat out.
Catnip?
Is it that green stuff?
No. Give me 2 minutes. I'll show you.
What was your question, there?
How you doing, Michael? Good to have you jump on a show with us.
Yeah, big up, man. Yeah, listen, as I said, right, no Spurs for 2 weeks. I was happy, although my national team has been an absolute disgrace. So I got that to cuss about, right? But yeah, other than that, yeah, everything good, man. Everything good.
Yeah, what is it? Is it the World Cup qualifiers right now?
Yeah. So yeah, it's the same thing.
How was it looking for Poland, bro?
Yeah, so basically we have I think we have Lithuania, we have Malta, and we have one other mid-table team, mid-table. You know what I say, basically middle of the pack, and then we have Netherlands. Then we have Netherlands in the team. So Netherlands will probably beat us 5-0 twice, and we will beat the rest of the teams because that's usually what happens with us. So.
Oh my god!
What?
What do you mean, what? Can you not see what he's got on his neck?
Wait, is that an actual snake? Oh my! Yeah. I didn't even notice what that was. I thought that was a chain at first. I can't believe Dan has a whole snake.
Oh, I've got 3 of them.
What? 3? Hold on. Was one not enough?
How greedy!
How greedy!
Two pythons and a boa constrictor.
Are they proper domestic? This is interesting. I'll be real. Snakes are the one thing I'm absolutely shook of. I couldn't be anywhere near a snake.
Mate, put it this way, yeah. If a snake can't eat you, it won't bother you.
So even now, how it's touching your face and stuff, it won't do anything. It'll just lick you like a normal dog does.
It can't eat me, so it won't bother.
Not even try wrap its body around your arms.
They wrap around you, whatever. But if it can't eat you, it won't hassle. It won't bother you.
Yeah, it's just chilling.
That is cool. That's so sick, bro.
But how does it work with having the cats and that? Won't that eat the cats?
That's why you keep it. That's why you keep them in a container.
Has it ever broken out? Because I've got a friend who had a snake that kept breaking out the cage.
Yes. We didn't have cats at the time, but this was when I was living in a flat. This is about 11 years ago, and Okay, I'll tell you a funny story quickly then, yeah? I mean, I might
Yes,
get shot for
story time.
telling this story, yeah? This one, Mystique, I've had her about 14 years. Got another one as well, Thor. No, Thanos, that's it. The other one. Thor was the other one that passed away. We had 4 of them. But every time, like, my wife would go have a bath or shower, come in the room to get changed, without fail, the male snake would be right up at the window every time. All of a sudden, out of nowhere, the snake would be there. It's watching. Everything she does, the snake was watching. I used to sit there on the bed and just like, wait, snake ain't there. My wife comes out, the snake appears. It pops up. We just used to find it amusing. She used to find it a bit cringy, like, but it was amusing. One day, the snake went missing. It got out the tank because you've got the AirPods in the back. Basically, it got its way out of it. We looked around that flat everywhere for the snake. And snakes go to things where it's warm because they're cold-blooded, isn't it? We totally cleaned out that flat head to toe. Couldn't find it nowhere. Where did we find it in the end? By accident.
Was it in like her drawers or something like that?
In my wife's underwear drawers.
That sounds about right.
I was like,
trying to take your place.
no.
Jay's out. Jay had enough.
He'd have to grow a bit more to do that, but either way, yeah. Out of all the places we found him, there he was, sitting there quite nicely curled up on the underwear.
Jay, you okay, mate?
Hey, now I was listening to all of that. That's hilarious. Hey, that's a declaration of war. The underwear drawer, that's a declaration of war. I can't.
No,
He
we
was
prefer
sizing her up. He was sizing her up. Surely.
No, he was nice and warm. That's where they go. Snakes go where it's warm, basically.
Fair enough. Fair enough, man.
I mean, I've had it bite me twice, but it's by accident. It's like when you're feeding them the rat, basically, you've got to put the rat in there on a pair of tongs. And snakes are basically blind. And it went for the rat, missed the rat, got my hand, wrapped up on my hand, wasn't letting go. So you then got to put them under cold water to try and get them off. And that's not the easiest thing to do either, because when they latch on, they latch on.
Big up Salmo. Big up Luke as well, man. Big up Luke, man. Nah, I'm listen, pets. I've had all kind of pets you can imagine. I've had budgies, parrots, goats. Yes, I had a pet goat. Yes, guys, I owned a goat. Do you know what I'm saying? He did get curried, unfortunately. It wasn't my fault. It weren't my fault. He got curried. That's just what happens when, you know what I'm saying? Hurricane season, times are hard. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I've had goats, cats and dogs, mice. Yeah, I've had 2 mice as pets as well. They're the worst to deal with, though. They're the worst to deal with because if they break out, then I have to make a call to pest control and get the whole house fumigated. They like, I love them, but if you break out your cage, you got to go in it. You got to go because I'm not having an infestation running through my house. No way. Yeah. No way. But I had one question about the snake here before I move on to the next question I'm going to ask here. I thought they only ate things that are like moving. Is like, it has to be moving.
You're muted, Dan.
You're on mute, Dan.
Yeah.
There's a way you do it with them. You go and get the frozen rat, you just leave it on the side basically for the day, let it defrost on its own. And then go and get a bowl, boiling hot water. Go and put the rat, because I mean the rats that this one eat, they ain't small. And go and like wrap it up in a carrot bag, whatever, and that, and put it in the boiling hot water for about 5-10 minutes, because then it makes the body start sweating. It makes the dead mouse start sweating, and it makes everything about the dead rat hot, doesn't it? Because it's in hot water.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
the snake then smells the sweat coming off of it, even though it's dead. The blood in the rat is hot because the whole body is hot. So now the snake thinks it's alive. And then the snake says, thank you.
Cheers,
Whereas
mate.
if you was to just, whereas if you just throw a cold dead one in there, chances are it won't eat it, but it might. It depends. But yeah, usually the trick is to heat it up basically so that it comes across like it is alive. So the snake can sense it, feel it.
People, if you're not subscribed to my channel, what are you doing? What other Spurs channel do you get animal facts like this, bro? Just call me Steve Batchel. Call me Jay Batchel, fam. You know what I'm saying? Jay Grills. If you guys want to show some love, you want to hear more animal talk, subscribe, man. Subscribe to all these lads as well. Go show them all some love as well, please and thanks. Now, my final question is, can we win the Europa League? Now, before you guys just go and say no, I want to know why, innit? I want to know why. I was having this conversation with Touchline the other week. We was talking about our clubs. He's a United fan, if you don't know. But we were talking about which one of us have more of a chance of winning the Europa League. He's confident that United have a better... Do they have more of a chance of winning this cup than us? And I want to know why as well. And don't tell me about heritage. I want to hear some actual reasons.
I think other than heritage in United's case, I guess you could argue that defensive football usually does better in like European competitions. So like, teams that go gung-ho, unless you are like 100 times better than the opposition, you can get caught on a counter and all that stuff. So I guess like us under Ange, we won't shithouse a win, right? We won't go to Frankfurt, score one goal and, park the bus and, we won't do that, right? Whereas United, maybe I think their team overall is worse than ours, but they can shithouse a win, right? They can just, go out there and shithouse a 0-0 and then just, park the bus, go to Old Trafford and try to score 1 or 2 goals, right? So on that merit, maybe, right? But I don't think neither us nor them have a chance of winning that competition the way I look at the teams that are left.
Is that a snake, fam?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
I think we can win this. I think the Europa Cup, we can win it. It's a cup. Of course we can win it. Yeah. Will we win it? That's a different story. I just think Andrew get outsmarted.
Yeah, that's the issue then, right? Yeah. That's the issue.
I think Andrew just get outsmarted. Yeah. Everyone knows exactly how to play against us. And in Europe, when we have played a team that's half decent, even when we played a team that was in some of the worst form it's seen in many years, Roma, they still even got the draw out of us. And when have we actually looked convincing, bar one game here or there? Yeah. So, of course, we can win it, but will we? That's a different story.
Yeah, like if we changed manager tomorrow, right? Because, by the way, I bet you guys talked about it earlier, right? But what do you make of all the, stuff about Ange's future being uncertain? And apparently Levy is talking with Paratici, trying to convince him to stay, and Paratici recommended Xavi and all that stuff, right? So, listen, I don't think anything will happen until the end of the season, right? But for me, like the only way I see us winning that competition is if we change the manager, right? Because like I can see us going through Frankfurt, because I feel like it's a bit of I edge it slightly towards Frankfurt because we play the second leg at their ground. But I just think when we come up against Lazio or Bilbao, I just think these teams are better than us, right? And they will just smoke us, especially with Ange and the way he approaches. Yeah, and especially with Ange and the way he approaches games, right? So I don't know. We need a better manager to win this competition. We need someone to come up with a tactic with this team to try to nullify Lazio or Bilbao or even Frankfurt, right? Whereas I think Ange will just play his way and that's it, right?
Fair enough, bro. What's everyone saying, man? I woke up like 2 minutes ago, bro.
Yeah, we can tell. We can tell. Man, like Carlito come through, all rubbing his eyes and that.
Saying nothing, Drake, fam. What are you telling me?
Man, what they are.
Shit.
I can't lie, I've said many a time, we're not winning Europa League, innit? Just accept
Yeah.
it. Accept it at this point, guys. We're not winning Europa League. Like you said, Michael, there's a few teams in there that are better than us. There's a few teams that when we go to their home ground, we're just not going to get wins. Spurs away from home in general is poor, but especially in Europe, we're dreadful. So I just can't imagine Tottenham doing enough to secure a Europa League win this season, especially under this manager with this team. This team hasn't given you anything to think that there will be confidence with that. It just won't happen. It just won't happen.
Man U, they've also got winning in their blood, didn't they?
Yeah.
Even when they was at their poorest, they still won things. Arsenal, even when they was at their poorest, they still won things. Chelsea, even when they've looked shit, they still won things. They've got winning in their blood. Us at our peak and at our prime still couldn't win nothing.
And
I can't get over that snake, bro. I can't lie, bro. Oh, that's cold-blooded, fam. Oh, my days, bro.
No, they are cold-blooded, but nice and warm.
They not feel like really slimy and stuff.
No, snakes ain't slimy.
Nah, snakes are not
No,
slimy.
no,
It's like that's frogs, isn't it?
That's more like leather.
I don't
more like
go
leather.
near snakes.
Yeah, feels more like leather. Feels like a leather belt, basically. They're
Nah,
friendly
that's
as.
cold, fam.
And same as anything. You feed it, they know where their bread's buttered as well. You know, and as I say, I mean, it's like other things. Like if you go on YouTube and watch a couple of things, that you just watch things in random, like say things about animals, snakes, whatever else. There was this one on there. This woman, she had this pet snake, and when she used to go to bed, it used to lay next to her all the time and stretch itself out.
Sizing her up. Yeah.
Yeah, the thing she didn't realize is that is the snake actually sizing you up.
Trying to
If you lay there on the bed and the snake lays next to you, and this snake is a lot bigger than that, it can stretch herself out a hell of a lot more. When they stretch themselves out, that's them sizing you up. Can I eat you? And the woman didn't realize that her pet was sizing her up.
Yeah, that's scary, bro. I hate snakes so much, man. I can't lie. That's one of the animals I fear the most.
Yeah.
No,
The fact they're quick. They get into small and tight spaces. They can bite you. They can venom you. They can wrap you. They can eat you. They could do all of it. Like
but they'll only do it.
Could you imagine if they could run?
Aren't they quicker than people running? They go like fast when they're going in and out.
That is why they say a snake is the most alpha. What's the phrase for it? Like the most alpha killing creature out there. Basically, it can do everything. I mean, snakes ain't even got legs and it can climb and swim better than most things.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah, they're quick
on the floor. They're as strong as it gets.
You kill them by cutting off their head as well, family.
When you ever get scared when the snake starts, like, you know, when it sits up with its head and just starts like poking at you, type of thing, like.
No, that you're thinking of a fucking cobra. This ain't no cobra.
Yeah, that one. When they're just there with their head and they're just like.
But again, a snake like that, there's only, from what I know of, there's only two types of snakes that bite you for the fun of it, and one is that black mamba. They actually go looking for things to bite them and kill them and just go away. They actually do that on purpose. And the other one that will just bite you for the fun of it as well is a rattlesnake.
Yeah.
The rest of them, they will only bite you out of defense, or they will bite you to kill you because they want to actually eat you. And if they can't eat you, they won't even waste their time on biting you unless you threaten them or whatever. Snakes aren't violent. They really aren't. Whereas a lot of people seem to think they are. They're one of the most laid-back pets you'll ever get. And if you can't look after a snake, then you can't even look after yourself. They are that simple. Bit of water.
I can't look after myself, so I ain't getting no
feed
damn
it feed it every couple of weeks, and they're happy as. I mean, see, look, she's on there. She's No
Yeah,
problem.
she chilling right now. She chilling.
Yeah.
The only problem is if
clean.
I get a snake, I won't be chilling. So that's the problem, fam.
They're clean as well.
I hear it, man.
I mean-
Big up to all the snakes out there, man.
Other way to deal with the snake and that, if you feel the snake needs cleaning, whatever, chuck it in the bath. Snakes don't like water that much, but put it in the bath, it'll have a swim, and you get it out, dry it, and it's done. Either that or just clean it with baby wipe or something, because sometimes they do shit in their own stuff. But
Yeah,
no,
if I wanted a
snakes are the
snake, I'd
easiest
just get
thing.
Sol Campbell, fam. You know what I'm saying? Much easier to deal with than an actual snake.
I'd rather have my snake than Sol Campbell all day long. It's got more morals.
And I hear it, man.
I don't see why people are so scared of him. I really don't.
It's because we're not around snakes. all
Wait,
the time, that's the thing.
wait. Hold on a minute. Yeah, because my StreamYard wants to be acting like a bitch right now.
Oh shit!
But it's cool.
Fair.
Did you say that the snakes lay in their own
Sometimes. Yeah. You got to remember they're in a tank.
Oh yeah.
So sometimes they do get messy and you have to clean them, but very rarely.
All right. Fair enough. Hey, listen, you're the snake man now. You're the snake whisperer now. You know what I'm saying?
I've had the snake on here a few times, mate.
All it needs is the flute and a turban, fam. He'll be getting that snake moving, fam. You know what I'm saying? He'll be getting it moving.
Have you
fam.
seen them, man? They walk around the snake pit just slapping snakes on the head. I think they're crazy, bro.
The guy went like,
Slapping them on the head, bro. And they're like, what? The snake's
That's how
on
you-
him and just slaps him.
It's square
That's
in
how you
London.
get yourself hurt. That's how you get yourself hurt. That's when a snake
listen,
will
that's
bite
the
you.
last
That's when a
animal
snake.
on earth I'd want to make an enemy. But my question, this is my final question before we wrap up.
I've had the tarantula as well.
Oh no, see that is where I
Rotted.
crossed the line. Spiders is another thing because there's no joy in owning a spider, bro. It doesn't even know you exist. Like there's no bond built. There's nothing. He's just in a cage. He's in a My
That's not
question
true.
is, yeah,
It's not true.
if you could take one ability from any animal on earth, and this is I'm gonna start asking random questions like this to end my streams. Chat, if you want to get involved as well. One animal that you have to eat and you can take one ability from. I'm gonna start with Elijah.
Shit, I don't know, bro. Okay.
Nick, stop lying. I already know this guy. I already know his animal already. I know your animal. Bro.
Huh?
I already know.
Nah. I need to know what animal, bro, because I can't lie, fam. Picking an animal out for me is crazy. I can't lie, bro. What animals you think I'm gonna be, bro? Nah, this is crazy. This is crazy. What animal did you pick out, bro? Nah, that's crazy.
Bro, I was gonna say a seagull. You know what I'm saying? I was gonna say like a seagull, something humble. Like I was gonna say something humble. I wasn't gonna say.
You thought I would pick out a
Freezer, innit?
seagull?
Let's just say that I wasn't gonna do a Lord Freezer in it. That's if you get the reference, you get the reference. If you don't. That's cool. That's cool. But do you want to tell us what animal, bro? Big up catch.
I can't lie, bro. Is it? Oh, it's just one ability, so it's not an animal you would be. It's just one ability from an animal.
Yeah. So name the ability, bro.
That's different because if I had to pick an animal to be, I'd pick a jaguar, but it's an ability.
Yeah,
It's
you
fucking-
got to take the ability, not the
This
animal.
nigga.
That's what I'm saying. That's why it makes it more difficult.
Answer the question, bro.
Oh, shut up, man. You haven't even been here, bro. How's this man gonna dip out his own stream and then come back and press me? What the fuck? I spend more
not
time
my
on your
fault.
channel than I do on my own, fam. What's going on here,
Yeah,
bro?
I know. This is the.
What's going on?
It's what I'm saying. I've built a cult, sort of. You know what I'm saying?
Man.
From what I've
Hey,
heard,
Elijah,
You know,
No,
we'll come back
one
to
thing
you,
on
Elijah.
ability-
George,
Yeah.
you seem to understand the question a bit better, innit? Oh,
Yeah, exactly.
Okay,
Hold on.
Dan,
Elijah-
I'll go to Dan.
Elijah, not gonna lie, like
These
saying
are
you would
Tottenham Ranger.
want to be a
You're such
jaguar,
a simple
right?
guy.
Yeah.
Eagle died. So you want to die from the sky and just face plant the ground? I hear it, bro. just face plant the ground. I hear it, bro.
Elijah saying he would want to be a jaguar, like a 50-year-old white sexy woman.
So I can make
You
the
know?
snake.
That's a cougar, fam. That's not a jaguar.
Yeah,
bro.
cougar. Sorry,
That's a
in
cougar,
Polish
fam.
we say jack. Sorry, I forgot.
I
to
think
say
I'm Madonna
cougar in
out here,
English.
bro. That's crazy. Nah.
Look where she gone.
You know what? Do you know what? Do you know what? Do you know what?
Oh shit.
I'd probably say I'd have to take, bro, breathing underwater. Why would you not want to breathe
Yeah.
underwater? That's so sick.
I hear
How
that,
how
actually,
is
yeah,
how,
that's a
how
good
are
one.
those things called in English? It's like know the things that feel gills. Yeah.
Oh, gills.
I would
yeah.
probably take gills, right? So you can swim underwater without like any time.
I hear it, but at the same time, bro, that's a turn off for the galley. I'll be real. They'll see gills and be like,
I'm
what
swimming
the
in that, bro.
fuck? What are you trying to fuck a fish, bro? Like, what's going on, fam?
No,
I can't lie. I'm not taking no defects on my body, yeah,
I
just
said
so I
I'm
can breathe
swimming in the
underwater.
gal, bro.
Bro, the galley's not gonna go anywhere near you with these fucking gills on your neck, bro.
Okay, cool. But what if they're retractable? What if we can hide them?
Man said retractable, fam. Bro, if you know the gill is there regardless, bro. When you pick up a fish, yeah, you can see where the gill is, bro. No matter if it's retracted, bro. It's not fucking Wolverine, bro. And it's fucking, bro, that's not how it works.
No, but I'm saying, what if I could, like, you see how, like, if you've ever been on a plane, you know the little air con, like the little air vent things, where you can turn it that way and it opens, and then you turn it and it closes.
Yeah.
Just be like that,
Yeah, but
bro.
you can still see the slits, though.
No. What if that just, you know what? Fuck it, fine. You know what? You right, bro. You got it.
I know I'm right. I mean, you're gonna tell me, bro.
Like, guys,
That's what I'm assuming, though. That's why
I just want to breathe underwater. I don't give a shit about turning off.
But that's why it was a difficult question, because, like, for example, if my man wants to be an eagle, you gotta have wings, fam. So what? You're just gonna be a winged human just walking around, fam. You get what I'm saying? Is that?
But look, we got 25 people in here. I do have to wrap up because your boy has got a busy Friday ahead of him. We've got a lot of shit going on. So, people, make sure you go and show all of the guys here some love. After the stream, I'm gonna redo it, put their links in the title. So yeah, just as soon as you refresh, you will see their links there. There's 25 people in here. We should have 20 likes minimum. I don't care what no one says. 20 likes minimum. Do you know what I'm saying? Do it for Dan Snake. Do it for the snake. Do it for the snake. Because you never know. You might wake up with that next to you sizing you up, bro. So do it for the snake. You know
Bro,
what I'm
I
saying?
woke up, went on stream, and saw the snake in my face, bro. That's just as bad, fam. Just as bad,
Yo.
bro. I was like, what
Hey.
the fuck is going on?
Listen, I'll be back a bit later on. I think I'm going to go live. What's the time now?
11:15.
Yeah, so I'll be back at around 5 p.m. I'm going to do a footy talks. I'm trying to get mics. If you're around as well, let me know.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, we're going to just have a footy talk. We'll just talk some football for a couple hours and chill, man. So, oh, look at that. See, look, if Luke can double like, you guys can do the same. So, yeah, people, God bless. Remember, and ciao, always. Come on. I'll see you guys there. Goodbye. God bless. Peace out.